Welcome to Book Talk. I'm Winston. I like to read good books, and you should too. Today I'm talking about one of the games from the DriveThru RPG Pocket Quest Game Design Jam 2023, and this entry is Heavenly Bodies. And I believe oh goodness, this one had me chomping and salivating right from the first paragraph. The gods approach. Heavenly bodies traveling the vastness of space within each a divine realm. Wonders and miracles beyond the comprehension of mortals. Our purgatory, our trial of suffering will end only with the arrival of the gods. They will create a divine utopia for us all. It is our holy charge to ensure this arrival. And I started going on the temple of the holy restoration, the divine language, a language beyond our true comprehension. The gods themselves, wonder the life bringer, dusk the endless cycle, providence the soaring beast, wrath the barbed sphere, cacophony the mad god, void the divine corpse. I'm getting flashbacks to Warhammer 40,000, right? And the Celestial Wars in Marvel. Oh my goodness. Then you meet the members of the temple. You have some attributes that you're going to use to describe your character: faith, power, grace, and insight. You can earn boons. You have start with spiritual energy, and you get gear too, or is that what they call boons? Yeah, boons are gear. Yeah, the boons are gear, and the language here is just perfectly matches the theme that they've got going on. I am chomping at the bit. I want to dig into this. I want to do this, and it's dense. You can't tell on the tablet, but that type is itty bitty. Even on my tablet, I've got to zoom it in order to read it. There is a lot of text here. So there's a lot of book for the 20-page limit. So the game system, your attributes let you roll a number of dice. You're going to roll 1, 2, or 3 dice, 3d6. You're going to roll it on the chart, and then you are measured on your success by your deviation. I love that, by your deviance. And because you are a member of the Holy Order, you are a missionary. And deviance is bad. You don't want to be too extreme one way. You don't want to be too lackadaisical the other. You want to fall right within the orders. You want to adhere to the laws of your Holy Order. Consequently, deviance is harmful to you and to your gods that you are serving. It can actually cause them collateral damage. And this is represented using a standard deviation. Math geeks unite. So the closer to, you can roll up to 3d6, and the closer to the standard mean you are, the less deviance you're going to get. And if you're right in the mean, then you get no deviation at all. There's no deviance at all. So on 3d6, if you roll a 10 or 11, your deviance is 0. If you're rolling 2 dice, it's a 7. A 1 doesn't actually have a standard mean. 1d6 doesn't actually have a standard mean. So you're always going to generate deviance if you're only rolling 1 die. Just don't get too bad, because the more damage you do the more collateral damage you do to the gods, the worse it is for you. All right. Then we get to the overseer section, the game master section. Do not read any further if you intend to play the role of a missionary. The following contains information important only to the overseer, player, and knowledge. Spoilers, which may diminish the enjoyment for other players. So, you know what? Most of the time, I just go into the adventure. I don't really consider spoilers when you're running an adventure. You need to know the premise of the adventure. Okay? So let me give you the premise of the adventure. The premise is that, we're going to talk about that because that doesn't give anything away either. The premise is that you are missionaries, you are divine missionaries. The Holy Order has tapped you. Your job is to go forth into the divine realm and make it ready for the coming of the gods. You don't really know what you're doing. Well, I didn't really know what I was doing. This is so dense, I'm going to have to read it. If I'm going to try and run this, I'm going to have to read it at least 2 more times. Just because there's so much here. So you don't really know what you're doing. And you're going to explore the divine realm and hope that you don't cause your god any collateral damage. Good luck. This is old school dungeon crawling at its core. You're going to blunder into the Temple of Elemental Evil and hope you don't blow everything up. There's some cool stuff in here. There is a picture of the divine realm that has come back, that missionaries have brought back. And I'm going to cover that up, and I'm going to show you the Game Master's tool for running you around the divine realm. And stop. There we go. Okay. So that's the premise. That's what you're doing, and that's the tool the Game Master have. It looks old school. It feels old school. It's got that old school. We've got to go into a weird situation, which is way beyond us. Solve the problem. Shades of Dungeon Crawl classics, Temple of Elemental Evil, Tomb of Horrors. This doesn't necessarily need to be that lethal. And then the vestments and boons. You can get adorned vestments, divine weapons, totems of spiritual energy, symbols of the order. That all seems to work really, really well. The system for keeping dead in the middle is interesting to me. That's not one I've seen used before. And you don't really soak damage yourself. Damage is going to be shunted off onto your god or into some other way. You can take damage yourself, but it's not the norm. It doesn't seem to be anyway. It's interesting to me. There's a puzzle here that players are going to have to solve. No spoilers. I'm working so hard not to spoil this because the adventure portion is just really, really the kind of thing I used to love to do and read. So that's the setup. There's a mystery that you think it's just going to be an excursion into the divine realm to perform ordinary ministry to your gods, and if you are savvy at all, you are quickly going to discover that there is something larger at work, something larger at play, and everybody's survival, the survival of you, the survival of the temple, the survival of the divine realm and the gods themselves depend on you. I liked this setup. That is heavenly bodies. I'm going to torture my players with it. I just haven't decided when. So you can find an affiliate link in the description. Head over to DriveThru RPG to check that out. While you're there, check out Opposing Forces for the Fate system and over in my section. And head over to DriveThru Fiction. Pick up one of the Starman Saga books. It's good stuff. You might even find my own Pocket Quest entry scrappers. When you're done doing that, come on back here because there is more book talk yet to come.